One time in WWE, they told me to take the bullwhip to the ring with me. I said, "Are you sure?" They said, "Yeah, take it to the ring with you." Vince said that. So I go out there with that bullwhip, and I didn't open it up to the very end because I put it in a paper bag and left it in the corner, and I pulled it out and then I cracked it, and the people, whoa, they straightened up, and it was for Rusev Miro. And I told him, "You get in my face one more time," I said, "I'm going to beat you like a 1,200-pound bull. I'm going to break you down like a 410 shotgun or something like that." Brother, I got back to the dressing room. Corporate was already calling. Tell Zeb he can't use it. Whose idea was that? Blah, 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 blah. And then they told me that night, okay, you can't use the bullwhip anymore. And the reason they couldn't crop it out, it was a live show. So they left it in, but corporate went crazy because they was afraid of getting caught up in the racism deal, and it was 12 Years a Slave coming out and some other movies coming out. So the next week I went out on the show. I never forget this. And I looked at Vince. I said, "Hey, Vince, what do I say about the bullwhip?" He says, "Just pretend it never happened." So I walked out there and nothing else was said about it. But corporate went crazy. I mean, those phones were, all the agents were coming to me. "Why'd you take that whip out there?" I said, "Well, why don't you ask Vince? He's the one who told me to do it. I mean, I just work here, man. Don't y'all get the same directions I do or what?" So, but anyway, it was like, there's probably a 2 day, you know, windfall over it, or, a furor over me taking the bullwhip out there. But they told me to do it, so I did it.
How long did it take you to perfect the whip action?
It took me a while because if you don't know about a whip, you beat the shit out of yourself more than you don't do anything else. Finally, a guy showed me. He said, "Listen, when you throw it out, don't pull it back like it's a fishing rod. You go back and said you let it out, then you have it crack, which kills its own power. Then it drops. Then you can go at it again." Took me about a month to learn that. And I was beating the crap out of myself because can you imagine getting hit with a bullwhip? I mean, it hurts. It really does. So, but some guys are so good at it. I got a ring in Memphis one night. Phil Hickerson was my opponent, and he had a baseball cap on, and I'm playing. I threw it at him, and it hit the tip of his cap, pow, and knocked the cap off. People went, and he went like this, whoa, because he heard it pop right there. And then when it went off, the fan said, "Damn, that's pretty damn accurate." So, but bullwhip was always good if you had a feud to settle with the guy, or he'd punched too hard, or he was a little too stiff. And it didn't take much of a pop from a whip to straighten him out. And they would jump. And then the best way to throw a whip, you throw it behind them, it pops, it kills the power, and it moves so fast. What makes it pop is it's traveling faster than the speed of sound. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then it's sonic, pow. Then you pull it back. I didn't know that. I had the whip 10 years. Somebody told me. And I said, "I didn't know that." And they said, "Oh, yeah."
There you go. It is I'm just reading it there. When a section of the whip moves faster than the speed of sound, creating a small sonic boom. There you go.
That's right. There it is. And then I bet a lot of people listening to this, the same way as a belt, you pop a belt or you pop anything, a rope. But when it pops, that means at that particular instant in time, it's traveling faster than sound. Mm-hmm. You see how scientific we are and how many interesting things people learn and just listening to us.
I saw that on MythBusters. That's how I know that fact. If you ever watched MythBusters back in the day.
Oh, what Busters?
MythBusters. Oh, did you never see it?
Oh.
I loved it. It was on Discovery.
I probably seen it at a time too. MythBusters, yes.
Yeah.
Good show.